Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of His Honour, Lieutenant Governor, the Honourable Frank H. Lewis. Please be seated. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Paul Ledwell. I'm the Clerk of Executive Council. On behalf of their Honours, the Honourable H. Frank Lewis and Mrs. Dorothy Lewis, I welcome you to Government House for this swearing-in ceremony. Your Honours, Honourable Premier, Honourable Ministers, Ministers Designate, and guests, Premier MacLauchlan has advised Your Honour of his wish to adjust the assignment of executive responsibilities within your government. In his letter to you of this date, he has outlined his recommendations for membership of the Executive Council. And for the benefit of those assembled, I seek your permission to read the Premier's letter outlining the proposed changes. Letter dated February 15th, 2017, to Honourable H. Frank Lewis, Lieutenant Governor, Province of Prince Edward Island, Government House, Charlottetown, PEI. Your Honour. It is submitted by Your Honour's pleasure that the resignation from your Executive Council of Honourable Richard E. Brown be accepted. Accordingly, Your Honour, it is my desire to make certain changes to the composition of the Ministry of the Provincial Government. First, it is recommended that the following persons, members of the Executive Council of Prince Edward Island, retain the offices to which they were earlier appointed. Honourable H. Wade MacLauchlan, Premier and President of the Executive Council, Minister of Justice and Public Safety and Attorney General, Minister responsible for Intergovernmental Affairs, Minister responsible for Aboriginal Affairs, and Minister responsible for les Affaires Acadiens et Francophones. Honourable J. Allan McIsaac, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries. Honourable Alan F. Roach, Minister of Finance. Honourable Paula J. Bigger, Minister of Transportation, Infrastructure and Energy, and Minister responsible for the status of women. Honourable Robert J. Mitchell, Minister of Communities, Land and Environment. Honourable J. Heath MacDonald, Minister of Economic Development and Tourism. Further respecting the ministry, it is submitted for Your Honour's pleasure that each of the persons hereinafter named be chosen and summoned to be a member of the Executive Council of Prince Edward Island and appointed to the office indicated. Sonny Stanley Gallant to be Minister of Workforce and Advanced Learning. Pat W. Murphy to be Minister of Rural and Regional Development. All of which is respectively submitted by H. Wade MacLauchlan, Premier and President of the Executive Council. Your Honour, do you accept these recommendations?
I accept the Premier's recommendation.
Would you please sign the letter before you to confirm your acceptance? It is now necessary that certain oaths be sworn. Specifically, it is necessary that the oath of allegiance, oath of ministerial office, and oath of confidentiality be sworn by Mr. Gallant and Mr. Murphy, who are being summoned to join the Executive Council. Your Honour, I would be pleased to administer these oaths on your behalf.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I'd invite Sonny Stanley Gallant to please come forward, place your right hand on the Bible, and swear your oaths.
I, Sonny Stanley Gallant, swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law. I further swear that I will serve Her Majesty faithfully and honestly, and I will do the best in my skill, knowledge, and judgment, execute the laws of this province and the responsibilities, powers, and trust granted to me as Minister of Workforce and Advanced Learning for the province of Prince Edward Island. I further swear that I will keep confidential all matters addressed by Executive Council, and I will not disclose any such matters to any persons other than a member of the Executive Council, except as authorized by it or as required in the lawful discharge of my duties. So help me God.
Pat W. Murphy, please come forward, place your hand on the Bible, and swear your oaths.
I, Pat W. Murphy, swear that I will be faithful and bear the true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law. I further swear that I will serve Her Majesty faithfully and honestly, and that I will, to the best of my skill, knowledge, and judgment, execute the laws of this province and the responsibilities, powers, and trusts granted to me as Minister of Rural and Regional Development for Prince Edward Island. And I further swear that I will keep confidential all matters addressed by the Executive Council, and that I will not disclose any such matters to any person other than a member of the Executive Council, except as authorized by it or as required in the lawful discharge of my duties. So help me God.
Your Honour, this concludes the swearing of oaths. I now call on Premier MacLauchlan to say a few words.
Your Honour, colleagues, good afternoon, bonjour, quoi. Thank you for joining us, and colleagues from Cabinet, family members of our new ministers, media, for this important event in the unfolding of our continuing democracy in Prince Edward Island. It's significant that we're here at Fanning Bank, the home of the Lieutenant Governor, which has been the scene of many important events in our democracy from the time of granting of responsible government or achievement of responsible government in this province in 1851. The swearing of members of the legislature to serve in Executive Council is a very important part of our continued work to serve the people of this province. I thank all of our colleagues who serve in those roles. I thank and congratulate Sonny Gallant and Pat Murphy on being named to their respective ministries, both important roles in the continued development and prosperity and success of our province. Je reconnais qu'on a un représentant de la communauté acadienne au sein du cabinet et que Sonny Gallant va représenter cet aspect de notre diversité et de notre réalité insulaire, and that we are in creating a new ministry of rural and regional development. We are acknowledging a very important part of our success, our history, and our reality as a province, and indeed recognizing, among other things, that Prince Edward Island is the most rural province by the makeup of its population in this country, and that a very important part of the success that we've seen and continue to achieve as a province derives from the fact that all parts of our province contribute to how we're doing, how we're getting ahead, and how we intend to continue to prosper in the future. I would, of course, acknowledge that we are here as part of an 18-person team, a caucus that was elected in May of 2015, and that, in effect, we are approaching what you might call the midway point of our mandate, and the commitment that we will all work together and that we will take advantage of the talent that we have as an entire team is very much part of what we're doing and confirming here today, and what we look forward to as we move forward to continue to achieve our mandate. So thank you everyone for being here. Merci d'être ici aujourd'hui. Voilà, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Premier. Your Honour, if it would meet your pleasure, we'd call on you to offer remarks and also invite members of your Executive Council to come forward as well as you do that.
Well, thank you, Paul, and good afternoon, everyone. I offer my congratulations to each of you on your appointment and best wishes to all of you as you assume your responsibilities as members of Executive Council. Ladies and gentlemen, this now concludes the formal proceedings today at Government House. I invite you to join us for refreshments in the dining room while official photos are being taken. But before we do that, please join me in welcoming the Premier of Prince Edward Island and his Cabinet.
I've asked to say a further word, not to offer a rebuttal to His Honour, but to make up for something I intended to say in acknowledging those present, and that, of course, is to welcome the family members of both Sonny and Pat who are here to appreciate the part that families play in supporting the important work that all of us do, and in particular that Pat and Sonny do as MLAs, have done as members of our caucus, and will do in their new cabinet roles. And it's significant that we have 3 generations, 4 counting you, Sonny, of your family, and 2 generations of your family, Pat, your son who served as a page in the legislature, and it's also to recognize that an important part of what we're committing to and continuing to work on here today is our population, and to ensure that islanders of all ages, in particular young people, have futures here, and that Sonny and Linda have all 3 of their sons, and now the next generation here contributing to our future, and that Karen and Pat are following the same path. So welcome and thank you to the family members. Thank you.